You weren't meant to be like them. You were born to stand out. Welcome to Live Stoic, Live Strong. Have you ever paused mid-scroll and wondered, why does everyone else seem so far ahead? What if I told you that this constant comparison, the quiet thief of your joy, isn't just hurting your self-esteem, it's hijacking your peace? And what if the secret to freedom, clarity, and genuine growth lies in one ancient mindset, one that taught us long ago to stop chasing someone else's life? Imagine waking up tomorrow, no longer crushed under the weight of other people's highlight reels. No more measuring your worth by someone else's success. Just you, your pace, your purpose, your peace. Feels almost unimaginable, doesn't it? But the Stoics, those timeless philosophers of strength and clarity, they understood this deeply. They knew that comparison isn't just an annoying habit. It's a toxic pattern, a subtle yet powerful enemy of happiness, presence, and inner strength. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through why you must stop comparing yourself to others, and how the wisdom of Stoicism can help you break free from this exhausting cycle. Let's begin with the first insight. Number 1. Comparison clouds your own journey. The very moment you start comparing your path to someone else's, you blur your own direction. What once felt clear becomes confusing. What once felt meaningful becomes small. Because now, your focus isn't on your purpose, it's on theirs. Every person walks a different road. Different dreams. Different traumas. Different timing. So why do we act as if everyone is running the same race? It's like judging your own progress by someone else's destination. You'll either feel inadequate, or worse, distracted, caught up in chasing an illusion of someone else's life, while your own beautiful path gets overlooked. The great Stoic emperor, Marcus Aurelius, reminded himself, don't waste time on what others are doing or not doing. Your journey is yours alone. Every tiny step forward you take, yes, even the ones no one sees, matters. It's part of your unfolding, your becoming. When you stop comparing and start honoring your own growth, something powerful happens. Your vision sharpens. Your energy returns. Your life starts to feel like yours again. Number 2. True growth comes from self-reflection, not comparison. Real transformation doesn't begin by watching others. It begins by watching yourself. Not with judgment, but with curiosity. What choices did you make today? What patterns keep repeating? Where have you improved? Even a little. The Stoics taught that growth is an inward journey, not an external scoreboard. It's not about matching someone else's pace. It's about facing your own past, embracing your present, and gently reaching for a better version of yourself. The only valid comparison? You versus you. Are you learning from yesterday? Are you evolving even if just one thought, one habit, one breath at a time? Seneca said it best. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. And that's the truth. Every challenge, every stumble, every quiet breakthrough you experience is shaping you. The path may be hard, but it's yours. And that makes it sacred. The goal isn't to compete with the world. It's to compete with your former self. To be just a little stronger, a little kinder, a little more aware. Thank you for staying with Live Stoic, Live Strong. It means you're seeking more than words. We're here for that journey with you. Number 3. Comparison steals your peace. It invites whispers of inadequacy, bitterness, and quiet self-doubt. It shifts your attention away from what you do have and locks your gaze onto what you don't. And when that happens, when your inner world becomes a battleground of envy and self-judgment, peace doesn't stand a chance. So here's the truth. You were never meant to walk someone else's road. You were meant to walk your own, fully present, fully alive, fully grateful for the lessons meant just for you. And once you realize that, you take your power back. Now that we've uncovered how comparison derails your inner growth and peace, let's move into something deeper. What does it truly mean to be tough? And how do the Stoics define real inner strength? That's exactly what we'll explore in the next. We ended the last chapter by understanding how comparison robs us of clarity and peace. Now, let's look deeper at what happens to our inner world when we keep measuring ourselves against others. It doesn't matter if you're comparing your job title, your relationship, or your latest milestone in life. The more you place your attention on someone else's success, the more likely you are to lose sight of your own. And slowly, almost without realizing it, your sense of fulfillment begins to fade. Because this constant outward gaze creates inward chaos. You start questioning your choices, doubting your capabilities, second-guessing your pace, and the joy that once lived inside you quietly disappears, replaced by feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. But here's the truth. Real peace doesn't come from looking outward. It comes from within. The Stoics knew this. They taught that while we cannot control what others do, how they live, what they achieve, or how quickly they move, we can control how we respond. If you want to live a peaceful life, you have to stop looking outside for permission to feel good about yourself. You don't need anyone else's approval. What you need is alignment with your own actions, your own integrity, and your own path. Because when you finally stop comparing, you begin to rediscover something precious. A deep, quiet sense of contentment. A feeling that doesn't rely on applause, attention, or outside affirmation. A feeling that says, I'm enough because I'm true to me. Number 4. External success is not a measure of your worth. We live in a world obsessed with appearances. We're told that success is something you can show off. Your salary, your car, your follower count. But this is the very illusion the Stoics warned us about. True success isn't flashy. It's not about how much you have or how loud your life looks. It's about how deeply you live in alignment with your values. Success, in the Stoic sense, means practicing virtue, honesty, patience, self-control, courage. It means staying centered in the storm, showing up when it's hard, and living according to what's right, not what's popular. As Epictetus said so clearly, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your worth is not based on circumstances. It's not defined by praise or position. It lives in your character, how you think, how you act, and who you choose to be every single day. So when you feel pulled toward comparison, remind yourself, your worth doesn't come from outside. It radiates from the inside. Number 5. Comparison breeds envy, and envy destroys growth. Let's be honest. When we compare ourselves to others, what often follows? Envy. You scroll past someone's achievement, and instead of feeling inspired, you feel resentful. Maybe even bitter. You start to think, why not me? Or, they don't deserve that. But envy is a poison. It doesn't hurt the person you're envying. It corrodes you. It clouds your perspective. It turns admiration into resentment and growth into stagnation. The Stoics saw envy as a useless emotion, destructive and unproductive. It leads you nowhere. Instead, they taught us to use envy as a mirror, not a weapon. When envy arises, ask yourself, why do I feel this way? What is this revealing about me? Because behind envy is often a deeper truth, a dream you haven't chased, a gift you've neglected, or an insecurity waiting to be healed. If you can face that truth without judgment, you turn envy into fuel, into self-awareness, into growth. Number 6. The only comparison that matters is with your own potential. There's only one person worth comparing yourself to. You, yesterday. Your growth, your pace, your potential. When you stop measuring your life by someone else's timeline, you create space to evolve, gently, honestly, and fully. Your potential is vast. But it's unlocked, not by competition with others, but by consistent, conscious effort to become a little more of who you're meant to be, day by day. When you focus on your own lane, you stop feeling behind. Because the truth is, you were never meant to run their race. You were always meant to run yours. And now, as we prepare to move forward, let's explore one of the most important Stoic lessons of all: how to find peace. Not just through growth, but through emotional resilience. We'll uncover that next. In the last part, we explored how comparison robs you of peace and progress. Now, let's focus on something far more powerful: the quiet strength of focusing on your own potential. Every bit of growth, no matter how small, matters. It could be a moment of self-restraint, a kind word you offered when frustrated, or simply choosing not to give up today. These aren't small things. They're evidence that you're moving forward. And when you measure yourself against who you were yesterday, instead of who someone else is today, something powerful happens. You begin aligning with your highest self. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." So guard your mind, nourish your thoughts, tend to them like a garden. Because what you feed your mind shapes the quality of your entire life. Build your inner world, strengthen your character, grow into the best version of yourself. Not because someone else is ahead, but because you know you can become more. Not for praise, not for recognition, but because it's your nature to evolve. So the next time you catch yourself thinking, "Why are they ahead of me?" pause, breathe, and ask instead, "How can I be better than I was yesterday?" That single shift, looking inward instead of outward, unlocks a new level of freedom. Your growth is yours. It's not meant to be mirrored or measured against anyone else's timeline. No one else has your exact story, your struggles, your strengths, or your purpose. And that means no one else's success can ever define or diminish your own. Keep your eyes on your own evolution, on your own becoming. When you do that, comparison starts to fade, and in its place, clarity arises. Because here's the truth: comparison is a thief, not just of joy, but of potential. The more you fixate on others, the less energy you have for your own transformation. The Stoics taught us that peace, confidence, and true fulfillment don't come from competition. They come from self-awareness, from focusing on what you can control, from turning inward, from giving your full attention to the one path that truly matters, your own. When you do that, something beautiful happens. You stop chasing, you start growing, and you begin to experience a life filled with deeper clarity, stronger purpose, and lasting peace. So as we close this chapter, remember: don't compare, cultivate, don't compete. Reflect, don't look sideways, look inward. Because your journey is sacred, and it deserves your full devotion. And now that you've reclaimed your power from comparison, it's time to explore something just as vital: how to respond to judgment, criticism, and disrespect with strength, not reaction. Thank you for taking your precious time to listen to this video. I hope even a single idea today touched something within you. And if it did, I invite you to return, because next time, you just might touch the deepest part of yourself. Outgoing male. Feel free to share this video with your friends and loved ones. Someone out there may be quietly waiting for a moment of stillness. Glowing star. Wishing you a truly wonderful day. See you in the next video. Thank you for your time. If one idea touched you today, come back next time. It may reach deeper. Share this with someone who needs a quiet moment. See you in the next video.